Hi all, it's Night Fear, and I am here with my April TBR. I was supposed to get this out, well, I was going to try to get it out yesterday, but I just didn't feel like making it because it's very daunting. There's a lot of books because I am going to be doing my first readathon, and of course, I'm an overachiever, so you only really had to do 5 of the challenges. There are 12 total challenges, and I decided to pick books for all 12. So we're going to see how that goes. But anyway, let me get to the books that are not on the in the readathon. And here, as usual, guys, I have my list, all of my books, just like I have every month. Okay. The first one, yes, I know it's been on my TBR since January, but I really am going to try to get to 18 Years by Madison Kuhn this month. I'm just going to try to make time for it. I haven't even started it at all. Haven't even tried to start it. Oh wow, I got this at a yard sale, so, but it shouldn't take me too long because they're short little poems. So yes, I'm going to try to get to that. I have been recommended this book by Dane Reads. It's his favorite Stephen King book so far, The Stand. I didn't get to it last month because I was trying to finish Needful Things. And I can read more than one book at a time, but because it's his voice, I cannot read more than one Stephen King book at a time because then I get confused. So I'm going to try to at least start The Stand. I doubt I will finish it this month, but I'm definitely going to start it this month and see how far I can get. Okay, the last one that is not part of the readathon is My Sweet Audrina by V.C. Andrews. And Peter Likes Books. I will link his channel down below. Did a video, I think about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, saying that he wanted to buddy read this with everybody that's on his channel. And I have actually read this before. It's been a really long time. So I decided I would read it, and I've actually started it. You can see, haven't gotten too far, but I actually started it. So, but like I said, I'll link Peter's channel down below. I love his channel. He actually has 4 different channels, and he's just a trip. He's so funny and very honest and very authentic, and I really, really like him. So go ahead and, check him out, and I'm going to be finishing this this month, definitely, because it's not that thick of a book, if I remember right. Yeah, it's only like 400 pages, so that's not too bad. So, yes. Okay, now, I also watch, I realized this, today, actually. I was talking to my fiance, and I was watching, who was I watching? I might have been watching Dane Reads. No, I think I was watching Catalyst Reads. And I realized that most of the channels that I watch, that I consistently watch, are actually guy booktubers. But one of the few female booktubers that I watch, her channel is called Book Roast. And I really like her. I will link her channel down below. She has created a magical readathon, and it's owls, which is of course, I should have written this down. I can't remember what it is. But it's from Harry Potter. It's the tests that they take. They take the owls at Hogwarts. And this started actually yesterday. It goes from April 2nd to April 29th. I'll try to find her video where she talks about it. And then she's got a Twitter also. She says I don't think she really likes Twitter. I don't really like Twitter too much either. But I added her. I do have a Twitter, and actually I'm Night Fear on there too. But I added it so that I could keep track of these, and since it's my very first readathon, I wanted to do this nice. So she has split it up in the different tests, the different classes that you would take, and so you have one challenge per class. So the first one is Ancient Runes. And you have to find a book with a symbol on the cover. And I could not find any that I own, so I went on Kindle, found this book for free, and as you can see here, it's got the infinity symbol, so that's a symbol. So the book is called Perception. It's by Lee Strauss. It seems like a YA sci-fi, which I realize that I really don't own very many sci-fi books. And so basically and I've actually started this. I started it on my Kindle last night. Well, not my Kindle, but I am getting a Kindle today, guys. It's coming in Amazon. I'm so excited. I won't have to read on my computer anymore because I'll actually have a Kindle to read on. Even though, yes, I do still prefer books. But there are some that I have on my Kindle that I got for free. And a couple books that I have bought recently, that I've wanted. And so, you know, but no, this is not the one I started. I'm sorry. I started Planet Earth, not Perception. Anyway, Perception, is about, okay, let me think. Cause this is not, I read another thing too. Basically, the world, they can genetically alter a person, basically to look how you want to look. You can live for a long time, but you have to pay for it. And it's about this girl. She's 17. So her name is Zoe. And I guess she's got some issues that she needs help with. And I don't know. It sounds interesting. We'll try it. I don't know. We'll see. And it's actually part of a series. So, we'll see. If any of you guys have read it, let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I got confused on what I started last night. I was so excited about it. Okay. The second one is Arithmacy, and it had to have a number on the cover or in the title. And this is another one that you guys have seen for the last couple months, but it's part of the Readathon, so now I'm going to have to read this, right? It's The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. See? Number 5. So I want to try that. I think most of you guys know what this one's about. If I remember right, it's about aliens that come and I've seen the movie, but it's been a while, and for some reason the movie didn't stick with me. So, but anyway, I'm going to try that one. The third one is Astronomy. And you had to pick a sci-fi novel. And once again, I don't have a lot of sci-fi novels. So I picked Planet Earth. U-R-T-H, Earth. And it's by Jennifer and Christopher Martucci. This is the one I started last night. And it's basically there was some kind of a chemical war, and some humans were underground and remained human, and other humans that were above ground, they're deformed because of the chemicals, and they now call themselves Earthmen, U-R-T-H men, and they kill all the humans. And it's about two sisters. One of them is 17 and the other one is 8. Avery is 17 and her 8-year-old sister, whose name is June. And so far, I mean, I'm not that far into it, but it's basically, you know, telling a little bit about what happened, why the sisters are there alone, and, you know, how they live their life. So, I mean, and basically they're hiding. So, I mean, it's not really a zombie book, but kind of, because, you know, these people have changed. They're not really people anymore. And the chemicals have also changed animals, so they can't go out at night. And they call these things, I'm trying to see if it says, is it lurkers? If I remember right, I think they're called lurkers, but she hasn't really described them yet, so I'm not sure what they are, if they're some kind of an animal, or I don't know. I don't know what they are, but it's really good so far. I like the way it's written so far. And this is also a series. And I did get it free on the Kindle. And it was a box set, so I think it's the first 3 books. I don't know how many books there are. If it says, yeah, see, oh, I think there's more. There's 5 books, and I have the first 3. So if I like it, maybe I'll check out and see some of the other ones. I don't know, but so far I'm enjoying it. So if you guys have read Planet Earth, let me know. Okay, let's see. That was Astronomy. Okay, the 4th one is Care of Magical Creatures. And you have to find a book that includes so it has to be in the book or on the cover, a magical creature. I chose a Cornea by Anne McCaffrey and Margaret Ball. It's the Unicorn Girl. And I have read this. I know there's several in the series. I don't remember how many because I think she wrote a few more after I read them. But it's really good. It's about a girl, a unicorn girl who, and I don't remember how, but she becomes orphaned and these miners find her. And it's basically how the miners take care of her and how they get her back home. And then her, trying to, not in this book, but as the series goes on, her trying to come to terms with the differences between the miners and her home world. And it's just a bunch of stuff like that. So it's really, really good. Trying to remember, make sure. Oh yeah, and her horn, it purifies the air and the water. It makes plants grow and heals scars and broken bones. Oh, and they call them prospectors, not miners. But for some reason I remember them being miners. But anyway, it was a really good series of books. And so I only have this one so far, so I'm going to have to buy the rest of them, because I know once I read this one, I'm going to want to read the rest of them, because that's just the way it goes. And I really like Anne McCaffrey, and for those of you that have never read any of her books, she has a lot of different kinds of books. Like I said, she's got this series. She has Dragon Riders of Pern, which is all about dragons, which are awesome. And she's got several of those. She's also got, I wonder if it says in here, it doesn't. But she's got some other different sci-fi kind of books. Let me see. No, it doesn't say any of her other ones. If I remember right, there's some kind of crystal books, and I've actually read them, but it's been a really long time since I have. But anyway, check her out. And she's passed away now, so she won't have any new books. So you can actually gather all her books and read all her books. So anyway, that's a Cornea. The next one is Charms, and you have to just pick a fantasy book. And so this was on my TBR yet last month, and I didn't get to it, so I thought this was perfect because I really wanted to read it. And it's a fantasy. It's called Once Upon a Dream, A Twisted Tale, by Liz Braswell. And if you remember when I hauled this, and I might have actually said it last month in my TBR, the very first thing it says is, what if Sleeping Beauty never woke up? So, yeah. Oh, and I think it's the, also that, let me see. I thought it said somewhere that the prince falls asleep too, but who knows? I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to read it and see. It's kind of a big book, but it'll be all right. All right. So the next one is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and you have to find a book with a secret society or a secret club. Now, some of you guys are going to roll your eyes at me. I already know, but it's okay. I've read this book before, and I really enjoyed it, and I haven't reread it in a while, and I'm going to read it. Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. The vampires, they're a secret society. So that's just the way it is. For those of you that don't know what Twilight is, it's about this girl who moves into this town with her dad. The town's name is Forks. She instantly is attracted to Edward, and she doesn't know why, and some weird things keep happening, and later on she finds out he's a vampire, and yeah, and it's part of a series, so I might read the whole series over the next few months too, but I couldn't think of anything else with the Secret Society, guys. I couldn't, and this was easy, and yeah. And this book is easy to read, so. Okay, so the next one is Divination. It's featuring a prophecy. Okay, I have never read this book. I was missing one of them. I actually ordered it from eBay. It was less than $4. So I ordered it, so now I can go ahead and read this book and start on the series. And it is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. And I couldn't think, or I didn't know, because of course most of the books I read don't really have prophecies, or at least not that I can think of. And so I typed on the internet books with prophecy, and this was one of the first ones that came up that I actually owned. So I was like, yeah, we'll go ahead and read it. So yes, I'm going to read this one, and I'm hoping I like it as much as other people, because most of the people that I watch really enjoy this book. Okay, moving on. The next one is Herbology. You have to have a nature word in the title, and see, actually that one, The Lightning Thief, would have fit, because it just has to have a nature word in the title, but I needed that one for prophecy. So I chose Robert Michael's The Demon in the Trees by Ben Sanders. Ben Sanders is actually a YouTuber, and I will link him down below. Boy, I'm going to have to link a lot of people. I'm going to have to remember who all I have to link. But I really like him. I really like his channel. And I'm not sure, I really hope I like his book. But mystery, crime type novels are not really what I usually read. If you guys, the last couple months, you don't really see any crime novels or mystery type books. I just usually don't enjoy those. But this one is about Robert Michaels, who was an investigator, and he starts investigating this case, and I guess it gets kind of into some secrets and things, and some legends and things, and gets kind of supernatural. That was the word I was looking for. So I don't know. I mean, I might end up liking it. I hope, because I really like Ben, and he's a nice guy. So, but this is the one I chose for nature word in the title. Of course, it has trees. So we shall see. Crossing fingers that I like that one. So let's see. Oh yeah, see, I've got them all written down here. The next one is History of Magic, historical fiction. Now, I'm hoping that this fits. I'm thinking it's historical fiction. I would think it is. I don't know. If you guys don't think it's historical fiction, let me know, and I'll have to see if I can find another one. But this is The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Aul. I've actually read all of these, but the last one. I own all of these right now, but the last one. Loved this book. Loved the movie. I don't know. I really enjoyed these books. They were kind of weird a little bit, but I don't know. I liked them. So, and it is kind of a thick book. It's almost 500 pages. So, I don't know. I think maybe I should have picked shorter books, but the next three are shorter. So, hopefully that will help. I don't know. I just don't own a lot of short books, guys. I just don't really like short books. The next one is Muggle Studies. It's non-fiction. For this one, I picked The Diary of Anne Frank by Anne Frank. I have already started it, as you can see, not very far in. I was actually reading this for last month for the Readathon, the Catalyst Reads Readathon, but I didn't get to it soon enough where I could finish it. So I'm going to read it for this. And if for those of you that don't know what the Diary of Anne Frank is about, it is, oh, you know what, I didn't tell you. The Clan of the Cave Bear is about, I guess they're more Neanderthal, kind of got, maybe not that far back. But anyway, where humans are evolving, Ayla is more of a human like us. And there's an earthquake and she ends up losing her family, and a tribe finds her, and she talks, but they don't talk. But they talk in grunts and hand gestures. And so it's about how one of the medicine woman takes her in, and how she lives with the tribe and what happens and the trials that she goes through. Basically, good book. Okay, Diary of Anne Frank. It's about this girl, Anne Frank, and this is actually taken from her diary that she wrote when during the World War II, when her family was in hiding. She was Jewish, and it's all about, her family and another family actually get hidden in an upstairs of a office building, and they hide her behind the bookcase, and you can actually go today and go up to see where they hid. So yeah, it's a very powerful book. I have read it before, and very sad. It's a very, very sad book, but yes, it's an important read. If you haven't read it, I think you should. Okay, 2 more, guys, and then we're done. Potions About with Alchemy. This one was hard, but I'm hoping, because I started this and I read it halfway through, and then for some reason I put it down. I think we moved or something, and I didn't pick it back up, so I'm going to start it again from start. This is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, I think is how you pronounce it. So, and since it's called The Alchemist, I'm assuming it has something to do with alchemy. And the part that I got to, I can remember him meeting an alchemist, but nothing really about alchemy. So I'm hoping that this counts. And this is basically, from what I've read, the part that I read, it's about a shepherd boy who has slowly bought a flock of sheep. And of course, he gets money from their wool and things like that. And so this voice tells him that he needs to go find a treasure, I think it is. And he kind of has this battle of whether he goes, whether he stays. He ends up selling his sheep and goes on this adventure. So that's all I'm going to say. And yeah, so I'm going to see, if I like this book. I know there have been some people that don't like it, so I'll see. I hope I like it. I really don't like when I don't like books. I like to like books. And then the last one is Transfiguration. You have to pick a shape-shifting. Now, this can be any kind of shape-shifting. A person. It can be, when they change, stuff into gold. Just any kind of shape-shifting, or has a cat on the cover. I don't know. But anyway, so I chose Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King. Because, that's definitely shape-shifting werewolf. And I read this book a really, really, really long time ago. But I do not remember it at all. So, and it's a really cool book because of the pictures. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? So we'll see if I like it as much now. And I mean, it is a shorter book, especially for him. It's 127 pages. I might go ahead and start that one and finish that one today and get it over with. I don't know. But that'll be like, 5-6 books I'm reading at the same time. Okay. Anyway, so that's my pile of books for April. I will link all the channels I mentioned down below. I will also leave the readathon. I'll leave the challenge down below. So you don't necessarily have to look up Book Roast about her channel if you don't want to. But the tag on Twitter, I think it's Magical Readathon. I'm 99% positive that that's what it is. It's Magical Readathon. So anyway, that's my April TBR. I'm insane. And, yeah. But, you know, this is the first readathon, so I really wanted to, well, I mean, I have been trying to do Catalyst reads, too, so I guess I shouldn't say it's the first, readathon, because I guess that's not really true. Because I guess because I did started Catalyst reads last month, that his would have been the first. But this is the first one that I'm going to do, like, all in 1 month. That's not going to be a year long. So, yeah. And then I'll work on trying to find maybe a week-long one the next time. So, alright guys. Well, thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this is a really long video. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know. And please, you know, comment below. Let's have a discussion about them. Just no spoilers for the ones that I haven't read. Any of the ones that I have read already, because there actually are several on here that I've already read. Feel free to, you know, post spoily stuff if you want. And please take care of each other and be kind, and I will see you next time.